Ask them to leave also. Or if they want, let them wait.
Kulul. Kunai kulul ni se kulul hai.
Yeah, hello.
I would like to request all the participants, please mute yourself. We are going to start in 1 or 2 minutes. Please wait.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, good morning. We are about to start in a minute. Okay, so hello and warm welcome to all. Welcome to Research Circle. I hope I am audible to all. So I am welcoming all the participants and our guest speaker. Today we are gathered here for an exclusive webinar on the title, The Novel Approach to Scientific Research, Read, Write, Quality. And for this, we have with us our today's expert, Dr. Satya Prakash Yadav. He is currently the Associate Professor of Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Bajaj Institute of Technology and Management, Greater Noida, India. He has awarded his PhD degree entitled Fusion of Medical Image in Wavelet Domain to Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam Technical University, a seasoned academician having more than 14 years of experience. He has published 4 books, Programming in C, Programming in C++, and Blockchain and Cryptocurrency under IK International Publishing House Pvt Limited, including Distributed Artificial Intelligence, a modern approach, published on December 18, 2020 by CRC Press. He has undergone industrial training program during which he was involved in the live project with the companies in the areas of SAP, Railway Traffic Management System, and Visual Vehicles, Counter and Classification. He is an alumni of Netaji Subhas Institute of Technology, New Delhi University. A prolific writer, Dr. Satya Prakash Yadav has published 2 patents and authored many research papers in a Web of Science index journals. Additionally, he has presented research paper at many conferences in the areas of image processing, information retrieval, feature extraction, and programming. Such digital image processing, feature extraction, information retrieval, C, data structure, C++, C hash, and Java. Also is the lead editor in CRC Press, Taylor and Francis Group Publisher, U.S.A, Tech Science Press, Computer Systems, Science and Engineering, International Springer Publisher, Science Publishing Group, U.S.A, and Eureka Publishers, Pune, India Limited. So without wasting much time, let me welcome Dr. Satya Prakash Yadav. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much for inviting me and opportunity to share the screen and represent my few words regarding research, writing, and reading. Sir, my screen is visible to all of you, is it?
Yes, sir.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now it is visible.
Yes, it's visible, very much visible.
Good. So, good afternoon to all of you. And this is Satya Prakash Yadav. And today I will discuss and deliver the lecture on the how to read and write the research articles, because it's a today trends. This is not a culture nowadays to study and teach something. This is the something different, like how to read the articles, how to write the articles, and why we are read and write these articles, what the use and what the use of these articles in our daily basis life. So this is the basically fundamental need for the writing and reading this article. And this is our today's topic. I move to the today's outline, what we will discuss in the today's sessions. First of all, I would like to deliver the topic, what is the research specifically. After that, we will understand the research articles, what the research article will do, what the need of these articles, why we are today here for these articles, for these sessions, and how to find these articles. There we all know, but we have some specific domain. We don't know where we have to find and what we have to find. We are just rendering the things, but we could not find appropriate the things. So in this session, in this topic, we will find the articles and know the source where we have to find the articles. Next, after that, we will discuss the types of research. There are several fields which are used to deliver and discuss the things which this topic will be covered. And after that, the steps to read the articles. Many of us, and even from the readers, I reach to them and find that they are not able to know how to read the articles. There is a process to read the articles. It is not like reading the books, reading the newspapers. It is something different from that. In this session, we will look into that matter. What are the steps? What are the steps, and when, which topic, where, which section we have to read, and serialize these sessions. How to read the articles. After that, move to the writing section. Writing section, what the need to prepare pre-requirement for the writings. Suppose you are planning to write articles, then what are the basic needs? What are the fundamental needs to write these articles? So these are the basically things which we will discuss in these sections. After that, we will know about the journals. There are several types of journals, but we are not we are not able to approach to the appropriate journals where we have to publish our articles. Journals are looking for the articles, but we are not reaching to them because we have some lack of knowledge, or we can say that we have undirectional way to find the journals. So in this topic, we'll cover the selection of the journals, appropriate of the journals, why the journal will take your papers, why they will publish your script, your write-up. This topic will discuss. And then we are submit the papers and looking for that it will accept it. It is not like that. It will accept, but there is some internal process journal will apply. That process, if we know that, then we will create an opinion that this is the stage where we have the reached, and how many left are how many steps we will have to cover. These are in the reviewing process. So at the final stage, we will look at that stage, what the reviewer, what the editor, right? And now I would like to move to the first section of this presentation. What is the research? So this is the screen. Here we have present, like this is a group, is a type of meeting. Research is nothing. It's something to find the new idea, something to find the new concept, something to find the conclusion of the meeting. Suppose we are arranging a meeting. What is the purpose of meeting? So the purpose of the meeting is in general meeting. I'm not talking about the research meeting. I'm talking about, suppose there is a class we are attending there, and the class monitor is calling for the meeting. what are the, we are asking that what are the agenda to call the meetings from the class mentors. The class mentor is describing that okay, we are grouping here, we are gathering here to discuss about the how to efficient like that, something class monitoring, class system, how to effective reading, writing, how to effective playing the games. These are the things. Then in the group where the peoples are there, they will produce some ideas. Someone told that suppose we are playing at the early morning 6 to 8. Someone told that suppose we are playing at the 6 to 8. Like that, there are different ideas will come to that meeting, and at the overall we are able to create the outcomes of that meetings. This is that. Research is just outcomes of your thought. This is the things, but the outcomes will something different to the existing. Suppose there is a things which are happening in the society, and you are also finding that this is not a research. This is not a research. It's a research is what? Suppose there is something happening in the society, and you are finding the things that is different to the current scenario. Will the research. Like we are nowadays we are facing about the COVID situation. We are not previously we are not aware about that things. What the COVID is, how we will prevent from this disease. But nowadays we are able to prevent ourselves as well as society. This is only because of the innovative research, because of the discussion, because of the facing the problems, we create the things, and now we are able to handle these things. This is the process. This is called research. This is a process to, we can say that it is a process to create the ideas, create the problems, solve the problems. This is the research. So I would like to come to about the thought of the person who is the Chambers in the 27th century. According to them, what is the research? Research is a systematic investigation about increasing the knowledge. Suppose why you are at the current age of the writing the word meaning, and after some time you are able to read the books. This is the research. This is something that is you will improve your knowledge. So that is the things is called research. Something what you increase in yourself to gain the knowledge, to improvise yourself, is a type of research. Research is nothing that it should be published. Research is something that to improve the knowledge or to solve the problems. It is that is the all. But in but what we all are think about that, okay, research is something like to create the idea and publish it. Research is not that. Research could be not published, but it could be a social informal social server that there is also research. Next, research is what, in other words, what we can explain about the research. Research is what we can explore that is not unexplored. Like you are you have a knowledge about the singing, but you are not identify, but you are not recognize yourself to that you can singing, and someone told to you that you are a good singer, and you try to them and you prove that you are a singer. That is the research. This is the things about the research. So this is what a research is. Research, in sum up about research, it's a totally create the new things or to improve the existing things that exist there, right? Next, what is good about that? What is good about that? About the research, what the good about the research thing, or in other words, what it will happen. Using this concept, we can classify our description. We can understand our problems. We can improvise our solution. So it is a combine to improve your knowledge, to correct your ideas. This is the research understanding. Finding idea. It is what the finding new idea about the abstraction. Suppose you are not creating your abstraction. Now you are able to abstraction. What? It's a sum up. It's a you can say the summary of that things. Analogy is what? That is the aggregation. Lateral thinking. Challenges of yourself. In the research understanding, what you will do, you will challenge yourself. Suppose you are doing you have some knowledge, and then you want to improve your knowledge. It will increase your knowledge and create some ideas. That is the research understanding. What is good about that we can evaluate our knowledge, we can generate the things, we can understand the problems, we can think about the society, we can test our knowledge, we can simulate it, proof it, statically proof it that with the data, right? What is the bad ideas? Someone told that you have not a good idea. That is not a things. Bad idea will sometime bad idea will become a great things, because you can get the base to think that. Suppose there is a bad idea about the something what the in the culture is happening, then what you will do, you will create your things based on the base of that things, that if this is a bad idea, then what could be a good idea. So based on the bad idea, we can analyze it to improve towards the good things. What the outcomes of the bad idea? It is wise to learn from your own mistake. Suppose there is a something mistake happening to you, then you will know that this is my mistake. Never in future, never I will repeat these things. This is the improvisation. It is shared. It's through to learn from the other mistake, the other people's mistake, right? People will work. What bad about that things? That the people don't think that we don't go to the articles like that, books and all, but we should move that. Suppose you are having the habit to read the books, articles, manuals, and discussing some persons, interviewing and sharing some organization knowledge and industry knowledge, then you will know the good and bad things to discuss. But to whom we know to discuss, to whom we have to discuss. There is some type of area where we have to discuss about the research things, like a client. There is suppose medicine, we are improving the medicine efficiency. Then where we have to discuss? We have to discuss the medicine manufacturer, medicine related doctors, medicine related persons who are involving the manufacturing in the medicines, supervisor who supervise this, right? And other staffs, friends, and other contact who know about that things, so that we can gather the information about to research about to that particular title. This is your work. And from the diagram, what I would like to explain about that, your previous work will analyze the product and critics. Suppose there is something you have developed, and what you will do, you will find that this product is not up to the mark, but we can create the improvised version of this one, and this will be good for the previous one. Then what you will do, you will use the previous product and improvise that the things, particular portion of features what you want to improvise, and create the new product. This is what you are criticize your previous work and improve the new one. This is also a research understanding. Next, research, what the research outcomes? It is to solve the problems or better understanding, to contribute the existing knowledge for the society during with the help of research, understanding, with the help of research reading and writing, we can help our societies, our nations, our country during any pandemic situation or any circumstances in the education, in the social, in the games, in the fitness, in the health, like many more area where we can help after understanding the research, to get more knowledge. As earlier in the as in the previous slide, I had already explained that for understanding or to improve yourself, it is also a research. To get degree or promotion, suppose you are doing something better than the others, then your society, your mates, your colleagues, your friends, your neighbors will appreciate that you are doing the better things, you are doing the noble cause for your nation or societies. This is also a promotions. This is also a booster for you, that you will improve yourself, right? To represent as an expert, suppose you are doing better things for clean your society, then someone will call to you, someone will invite to you to speak on the clean of how to clean your society, how to greenery, how to create the nature, nations, like that things. How to now the next phase is what? First, in the first section, I had explained about the what is the research. In that section, in sum up, I am explaining that I had explained that it is a improvise your knowledge. It will improvise your knowledge, and it is create to improve your steps. In the second section, what we was discussing that it is a understanding about the research. What the research will do? Research will do to improve yourself. Research will do to solve the problems. Research will do to create your promotion. Research will do to recognize you, like that things. In this section, we will discuss that how to find the research article, because until unless we will not get the research, we will not write, read and all. How to find the articles, right? And the things is that there are several websites, journals and societies where we can find the journals, we can find the articles. These are as on the screen presented. From the screen, we can explain that elsewhere, Google Scholar, Scopus, PubMed, Web of Science, these are the famous sites where we can find our journals, articles, journals, informations, what you need, right? From how to find it, how to find the articles or journal or papers, what you need. These are the academy journal sources where we can find it. Google Scholar. What is the Google Scholar? Google Scholar is an open access for all to all the public, where you can find your things, what you need. Next, Google Scholar. How to find it? This is the result where I had attached on the PPT. You have to go to the Google and find the scholar.google, create your profile, and then you will find and cite and recommended the peoples to whom you want to associate, right? And in the Google Scholar, there are many things you will get in a quick manner, like what the citation of these articles. Citation is what? Citation is what? How many people will recommended his task or her task. This is the citation. How many people will use these articles? How many people will read these articles? Like these, our information are reflected in the citation, and which journal will it published, right? And in which year it is published, how many references this article has used. All these information are contained in the Google Scholar information. As highlighted, I had discussed that in the PPT. Next is Science Direct. Next is Science Direct. Science Direct is what? It's a reputed journal where we can find the latest article. Science Direct is one of the most recognized reputed journal. If you are recommending the Science Direct journal, then this idea will be new for some other journals, because Science Direct is a highest recognized journal. The way to find the journal, go to the Science Direct or elsewhere site and find your articles like that. There are several navigations. You will find the articles and download it. There are two types of journal content in the Science Direct. One is open access and another is the subscription mode. If you are looking that there is a download mode, download is open access and other is the subscription mode. Subscription mode is not able to download it from the normal public. It is a paid based article. Later on, we will discuss that how to download these articles from the different sites of the subscription mode of the Science Direct papers. Next, PubMed. PubMed is also a search engine by which we can find articles or journals or any information about the authors as well. This is the search screenshot where we have put it, where we can see that how to find the articles. Next, other journals are there. That is the IEEE Explorer. Scopus itself is a search engine where we can find it. Google Scholar, Thomas, Web of Science, and all. Could I hand on that search engine? I am audible. Please speak, someone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we can take some example from the hand-on. For the hand-on, I am going to the Google and let me know that it is visible to all of you or not. My Google screen is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. And now about the Google Scholar. First of all, I will do the practical implication for the Google Scholar. This is the Scholar. Scholar.google.com. It is visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. Let me know. And this is my profile. This is my profile. About that, you can. This is, I have to switch because this is another account. This is my account, and you can search here any profile, any authors, any articles like that. Suppose we have to find the image processing. This is, I have to find. Then you can find it. These persons are expert in the image processing field. We can recommend them. We can find them. We can search them and recommend to their work and get the knowledge about that things. Suppose you are mentioning that computer network, anything you want to learn, you want to explore your research, then you can find the persons who are expert in that field. These are the persons who are expert in the network area. Like that, you can find the article as well as journal also. You can find their articles. See that person in the chain. He has an article on the computer network and cited by like this amount of this amount. It's a huge amount cited. The person was recommended. This number of person was recommended their task. It's a tremendous. that their work is a as good as we cannot assume that, right? So this is the about the Google Scholar. Next, we can move to the Science Direct. Science, what we need to do that Science Direct, SCINC, Science Direct. Type the Science Direct. The Science Direct site will be shown on the Google Scholar, and it is the Science Direct page. It is visible to you? Let me know. It is visible on my screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, then this is the journal and books. What suppose you don't have idea about where I have to find it is journal or book, then don't go to the journal or book. You can double click on their search engine and write something else. What suppose that again I am writing what I am writing. Anyone can find that the area or article related to the topic. Let me know the topics. I can search it.
Sir, quantum computing.
Okay, quantum computing. Quantum computing. This is the quantum computing. I am searching there in the Science Direct. These are the articles published in the Science Direct journal related to the quantum computing. It's a search. What we are doing, it's a search by the keywords, not by the full length article, not by the full length authors. This is the facility provided by the Google Scholar as well as PubMed, as well as Science Direct, as well as IEEE Explorer. But the quality is where we can get the quality from the Science Direct, as I can recommend it to you to find the article from the Science Direct only, or IEEE transaction, not conference and journals. IEEE transaction is having the good quality, but Science Direct has the more than that IEEE transactions. So I would request to you and all suggested that you can find your article or your idea from the Science Direct only. Suppose this is the I need to find. Click there. This is the article is opened here, but it is not in the view mode because it's a subscribed articles. It is not open access articles. So as earlier I had discussed that there are two modes to publish the papers. One is the open access, another is the subscription mode. So this is the subscription mode. Author has not paid a single amount to the journal to publish his articles, but author or their institution will pay the amount to publish the articles will be open access. What the difference between these two, open access and subscription mode? Society or nation will recommended that the author must have the subscription mode articles, not open access article, because a paid article could be a part of business. Suppose you are running a journal, then obviously you will find that your all article will be published in open access because you are the owner of the journal and you want to earn some amount. So you will ask the authors to pay the amounts. In that case, you will earn the money. For earning money, you will compromise from the quality. But in the subscription mode, you will not get anything from the authors. Then what you will get? You will get the quality. You will expect the quality from the authors, and you will not compromise from that things. So this is the difference between the subscription and open access. Open access could have the less amount of quality, or you can say that quality, but better than open access, subscription mode has the quality. So that is the things I would like to explain, that you always will recommended that subscription mode article is better than the open access article. Some article in the open access is also a good, like funded articles. Funded article is scientific articles which are funded by some organization or scientific organization from the respective country where you are belonging from, right? Though, so suppose you have to find this article, you have to download this article. Where you have to go, we will discuss in the later section in our PPT presentation. Now, IEEE Explorer. This is the IEEE Explorer, as we all know that. In the middle level, it is, as I can understand, and I can suggest that it is the Explorer, it is the search engine which are mostly used by the BTech or MTech student. It is not for the researchers, it is not for the suggested academician. I am not claiming that it is not a good site, but I am claiming that it has not up to the knowledge what you want to get. So this article are, you can say that having the average quality. So you have to know about the basic fundamental about the articles or topics or titles, what you need, then you can go with this site. But you want to advancement of that topic or titles, then you must have to go to with this elsewhere site, science direct site, right? Suppose here we also find the something like the quantum computing or like image processing. Then you can type image processing and all. You will get the related articles to the image processing. These are the several articles replicated in the site front page, and you can download it, right? So this is about to find the articles. Okay, so these are the journals. These are the finding process of the articles. Now I would like to move to the next session, how to find the articles. The screen is visible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. Now, this is the pirated site. Suppose you are not able to pay the amount for the recommended by the journal price. So what we need to do that, these are the pirated site from different country. It has a 3 to 4 sites have pirated site, and you can find your article like how we can find Science Direct, sorry, SCI Hub. Type the SCI Hub in the Google link and find it, SCI Hub, put the DOI and download it. This is the free of cost and it's pirated. The host will pay the amount instead of you. It's a charitable site, but recognized by the some other country as a pirated, and we also use it. It is very much helpful for the scholar and students. This is the how to download the articles from the for the paid based journal. Now, type of journals. Okay, types of journal. About the types of journal, there are different type of research journals and all the things. Suppose you are from the marketing field, then you would like to go to the medical journal, or you would like to go to the social journal, social science journal. Where you would like to go? You would like to go to the social science journal because it is a marketing based your area. Your area is market from the marketing base. The thing is that there are basically the things we have to find your research domain and then type your article in the respective journal. The first, there is basically in sum up way we can say that there are two types of journal are concluded in our thought. That first is the pure research and second is the applied research. Pure research is what? Pure research is what? We can say that it's a theoretical based concept. It's a basically introduction mode. It's a basically enhancing your previous theory in the upgraded form. This is the pure research. But in the applied, where we have to improvise the practical implication of the current scenario, practical implication of the present methods, tool, techniques, software, organization, process, what the current is. It is the applied based research. Next, other types of research, some person will also explain about that. This is the scientific journal, this is the social science journal, historian journals, and journalists like that, newspaper articles and TV channels, and R&D based. So basically, what we need to find the types of in types of journal, we have to find we are the science-based journal, we are the science-based student, or we are the social-based person. If you are social-based person, then you have to find the article, humanity, and media-based journals to find your theme, thought, ideas. But in the research-based, like science, you are a science-based student, then you need to find the engineering-based journal, scientific journal, R&D journal, implication journal, applied-based journal, or innovative journals. There are different types of journal are there. I will look into that in the next slide. Do you know, this is the things, do you know that there are some specific journals who especially published reviewed articles? They don't recommend the practical or result-based articles. They especially publish the review articles only. I would like to show this, the journal name. Say, this is the computer. This is the computer science journal review. It's a elsewhere side. This journal only find the review articles. What the review article will contain? The thing is that review article, this journal, this journal target? This journal target that your article must have the state of art. If your article contains the state of art, then this journal will publish your thought, your scripting, your idea, your write-up. If you are representing the things, but you are not showing your state of arts, then this journal will reject your articles. There are several journals are there who especially publish the review articles. This is the journal, and its information is here. The site score is this. The impact factor is this. It's not. We can thought that the impact factor of this journal is 7.82. The average time of this journal to take the first decision is 7.8 weeks. About the first transfer mode? Transfer mode is what? Suppose you are submitting the article today in this journal, then this journal will take 2.9 weeks either to process for the further, for the reviewing, or back to you. That this is the problem in your article, or we are not processed, or we are out of scope, you are out of scope, so we are not considering your task. This type of things you can get in this time, 2.9 weeks. So generally, this type of journal has a huge demand in the market to publish the articles, because everyone concerned their thought. First of all, they will go to their review process, and then they will go to implementation mode. So review article always must be recommended by some reviewing journals. Like there is another journal, Archive. Previous one was the Elsewhere journal, and it is the Springer journal. It is also having the 7.36 impact factor. This is a journal. impact factor and all. Information about this journal is this. This journal is also publish the review article only. This journal not publish the implemented paper or something else. Okay, so there is basically type of article is of two types. One is review article, another is the implemented article. Review article and implemented article. Basically, review article is what? You are reviewing the things what the current situation, yeah, at the current time will happening on your topic, and what you will do. You will challenge some task. Suppose there is a process for the mask, just such as I had heard about that China is inventing that there is a virtual mask. Suppose that it's a skin mask, which is comfortable to the getting the air and releasing the air from the mouth and nose, which are not a hat-trick to get this air from the nose and mouth, because nowadays we are having the paper mask or from the cloth mask, which is not comfortable to us. They are inventing that things, and it's not visible to public. So like you can paste it and you can move and you remove it. Simply it's a fit to your skin. What they are doing? They are working in the present research. What we are facing, we are using the mask. We have implemented different type masks. Suppose color based mask, matching mask, like and all, and they are creating the things. This is the review. You have to go through that current scene and challenge that current work in your open style. That is the review of your thought. After publishing your review thought, after publishing your proposed thought, you must have to publish your implementation. Implementation will publish by some other journal. They are the specific journal which publish the implemented only. Nowadays, Springer is not taking the review article by some other mode, like a conference. In the conference, you cannot submit the review article. You can ask the conference session chair, conference person, convener person, that could I submit the review article in your conference? Is there, suppose it is a IEEE conference or it is a Springer conference. If the conference is from the good publisher or from the good impact factor or for the good indexing, then they will clearly deny that no, we will not accept that. They only wanted that there should be an implemented portion of in your article, in your manuscript. Now, so this is the things. Some of us, we are not know about that. The review article is published in specific review journals, which only publish the review papers. But what we are moving towards, we can submit the paper, either it is implemented or it is a review in any journal, in any idea, any thought, like that. Suppose there is a multimedia tool and application, we can submit the network paper. As the name clearly explains that it's a multimedia tool and application. We have to submit the image, we have to submit the tool, we have to submit the graphics, we have to submit the animation, we have to submit the data related part of the thought in the multimedia tool and application. Suppose we are submitting the MBEC, medical and biological engineering. So this journal already explained about that things. They will accept the medical related articles only, right? So this is the word which I want to deliver here. These are the step-by-step instruction for the reading articles. I will explain it this points by the animation mode in the next article. This is the things. First of all, what you need to read. You need to read the title. Suppose you are a medical imaging process. You are interested in medical imaging process. Then what you need to find the articles? Medical imaging, right? Suppose you are a cyber security related person. Then what you have to find? Cyber security issues. You have to find the articles. So title is the main theme, main summary of the article. You know that, suppose your title is having the 4 to 5 words or 10 words. Suppose that your article is 5 to 10 words. In 5 to 10 words, what you need to do that? You must have to include your keywords. 50% of keyword will be used in the article's title, but we cannot do. Like suppose just example that we are creating some title. Say could anyone suggest some title? I will explain that this title is good or not. Yeah, what could be keyword of this title? Keyword and title is proportional equally. You should have to clarify that whether your title is containing the keyword or not. If it is not, the first point you will get that your article will be weak. This article, I think this article will reject in the later on, because the reviewer or editorial team will look the heading on title. If title will replicate the things, they will accept and process it. There are 4 to 5 stages they check in the review process by the editorial board or by the reviewer or by the editor. The first one is the title. Suppose I am using the what? Anyone can explain the title of their article? Yes? I'm audible or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay. Title, suppose you are using the fusion of, say, I am taking myself, fusion of medical images. This is the title I had chosen. Then what we need to do that? The title is fusion. Fusion. So what the keyword will be? Keyword. Keyword will be, first of all, fusion. This is the keyword. And which fusion? Medical fusion. Yeah, image fusion. Next. Fusion is what? It's a feature extraction. Feature extraction. Feature extraction is what? It's information retrieval. You are improving the information. So these are the keywords of these articles. But what we are doing, we are typing, rendering the things, rendering the words and copy from someone else. We cannot type. This is the title and keywords of the articles. Now, so the title is what? Title is the main conclusion of our study, right? Title is main conclusion of our study. Next, summarize the conclusion of research. Title will summarize the conclusion of research. Next. What is the abstract actually? Abstract is what? It's a abstract is a major finding of your work. Abstract is a summary of your research. It's a define the aim of study. It's a highlight the topic of research. Basically, abstract contains the different things. Like, I would like to say that how to read and write the abstract. Say, it is a journal, ESCI journal. We can find this journal and check. I'm searching the articles. Say, I'm searching myself itself. It's an article. You can see that this abstract contain introduction, methodology, result, conclusion, originality, and limitation. So what we can understand here, that the abstract gives the theme of the paper, theme of the article. So always read the abstract by findings, by portion of the thing, what you get, what you need to obtain a get. Like, suppose if you are writing or reading the article, the first para will always be the introduction of the article. It will be the explanation about the title. It will be explanation about your work in a 1 or 2 lines, as shown here. It's a published article where clearly mentioned that introduction is what? Introduction is yours, right? Next portion is what? Next portion, next para will be methodology. What the methodology you will used or article had used. Next is result. Result, in the result section, what you will get, yeah, or we can say that what the author, author had used their result, how they had challenged the work, and in the conclusion they will sum up the work. So they will sum up their work, or if you are writing the conclusion, then you need to sum up your work. Originality, what it is different from the others, what it will be beneficial for the society, what it will be in the concerned field. Limitation is what? It is a drawback of your article, it is a demerit of your article, which will be in future. So you have to show this. So this is the title and about the abstract. Now, how to read the introduction? About the introduction, we don't need to read all the introduction, because introduction, on average, introduction is on the 2 to 3 pages. So we have no time to read the 2 to 3 pages. So first of all, what we have to read in the introduction, we have to move to the last para of the introduction, because last para will be clearly mentioned, clearly explain about the title, work, what the author has used. Next, if you have a time or you have a space or you need to get more knowledge, then go to their references. Suppose the author has used 4 to 5 references in their introduction, then definitely he will cite some works and the work is related to that. So the references work are the basic of that introduction. So you can go to the reference also, right? Next is your background knowledge, what you need to create in your site. Suppose you need to suppose you are going to write article, then what you have to create in your site, that this is go to the result. Suppose you are writing an article on the image fusion, then you must have the idea about the band pass Fourier transform and fast Fourier transform, and Wavelet, like that, on the tools which used by that idea. So, because if you are if you have no idea about the tools and all, then you cannot read the properly, you cannot understand the things. So it is your responsibility that you can move the area, select the area in which you are incomfortable. Suppose I am the social worker, so what I had to choose, I have to choose the social articles, I have to choose the social responsibilities articles. I am not going to the science articles, I am not going to the medical articles. So these are the parameters for the background for your research or your scripting. Next, what you need to write. Suppose you are reading the article, so you need to write or underline what you try to understand. If you are trying to understand and you will find that, then take the notes of that understanding by you. And then there is a figure in the introduction, abstract and all. The figure always speak more louder than the words. The figure will, if you are understand the figures table, then you have you can get the better idea than reading the articles. So always focus on the figures and tables. What the figures will explain, what the figure want to describe, what the figure want to told. You need to explain your words. That will help to you to write the articles. Now, in the discussion section, suppose you are reading the articles and you reach to the discussion section, then what you need to create or find. First, do you agree with the conclusion? Suppose author has discussed their result, discuss their summary, discuss their review. So you are agree or disagree. This is your matter. This is your point. If you are agree, then you are understanding the things what he or she has done. If you are disagree, then you need to find why you are disagree about the conclusion or discussion. Then find the suitable answer, find the suitable solution for your disagree, because this article has a conclusion and it is the sum up of the work. Next, do the experiment support the conclusion? Suppose you are writing conclusion or discussion, then the conclusion must have the experimental support. Like, I am finding that the feature has a 10% rise to the previous one. So that line must be in the conclusion section or in the discussion section. If it is not, then you will lack to something what you need to improve in your article. In addition, the experiment details like MATLAB you are using, Python you are using, what the tool or techniques you have used. Definitely, there is a future section which help to the reader and reviewer that you need to focus on the future, that what it will be in the future, what this research, this article will help to the society in future. This is the discussion section. Next, what are the sections of the articles, how to create the headings and all. First, the title, as I had noted that the title is the main conclusion of the articles. It must have some keywords, it must have some descriptions, but within 10 to 15 words it is. And then abstract is we can say that abstract and introduction, result, discussion, and methods and references. These are the sections of the articles in the implemented portion. It is not a review article format, it is the implemented format. It is implemented format. But in the review articles, there should be, after introduction, there will be literature survey, related method and scope, and then comparison study. After that, proposed work will be there, where we had show the results. Next, how to set the segmentation of the articles. Abstract could be first phase of the articles. It is in bold and having the most major font size. And next section is the authors, where what you need to write the author card, author detail in ordering with their proper affiliation in belonging their country also, abstract, and then all the things. Now, as earlier we have to show that title is, it is your main conclusion of a study, what you find out to the research, summarize your work. Next, abstract. Abstract is the snapshot of your article. It contains context, objective, methods, finding, and implication. As I had shown in my previous articles from the Engineer Solitaria. These are the portions which must be in your abstract. Abstract length must be 100 word to 300 word. It is not too lengthy. It is not too short. It is the range where we have to belong in the abstract sections. Keywords, as we are already explained that the keyword is a mirror image of the title. So keyword and title will be replicate to each other. So create the keywords with the help of title, or we can say that create the title with the help of keywords. Next, abstract section. Abstract section has majorly 4 parts which we need to describe. First section must be background / introduction. Second section must be methods. Third section must be findings. Fourth section must be conclusion of the articles. Next is introduction. Introduction is what the agenda you want to, what the background of that research. Suppose you are writing the image fusion process and someone don't know about the image fusion. So in this section, introduction section, you need to explain what is the image fusion, how many methods are there, what the work has been done, and what you will do in the future. So this is the introduction. Introduction will be main attention of the readers, of the reviewers, of the editors. So introduction will be like in the following segmented. Effective writing. How we can create the effective writing? First of all, create the question in your mind. Is it theoretically or practically? If it is theoretically, then create the proper description with detailed evidence. Don't write anything what you want. Write the things with the proper evidence. Suppose you are writing for the implementation paper, you need to create the results, and comparison chart will be there, because you have to show your comparison study with the previous one. Next, what do you know? Yeah, what we need to know. What don't we know? What so on? Means what you will study, what you will do, what you want to do, what you want to write. These are the things which are presented in the introduction sections. Establish the field. Next, formalizing the things and shifting the words, shifting the tools. Suppose someone working on the MATLAB or Pascal tools. As we all know that Pascal and MATLAB are old version, and nowadays Pythons and Arc language are there. So will the researcher prefer the Pascal language instead of Python? So these are the things which need to process. Proposed method. What is the proposed method? Proposed method is what? It is the main work of your task, tool, and what you want to develop. This is the methodology by which you can explain main story, many stages, why it is used, what the tools are there, what the clarity about this, what the credibility about this, and what it will do for the society or nations. Next, discussion. Discussion has been all discussed in the previous reading section, that it is the theoretical based of your work, it will be common pitfall for the work. Conclusion, what do's and what don't do's. These are the what do's and don't do's. It must be global. Answer the original questions, state limitations, what you will do and what will be the limitation of your work, state implication for the further research. Ki suppose someone want to research, then what it will be replicated and what it will do. These are the common flow chart for the research and themes sections, where in this introduction section, what we have to find, what we need to create the answers and provide the solutions. In the literature sections, this is the methodology. These are the segmentation. This is the references. References what? Suppose you are creating your references. Reference must be related to your keywords, your titles. It is necessary, because always we are copy the references from someone articles and paste in your articles. This is not suitable to your article. It is also a parameter which is rejection, which create your rejection. So these are the recording of the references, details, titles, keywords. It's a mini abstract about the articles. Journal indexing. Journal indexing is what? These are the journal indexing: Google Scholar, Scopus, Web of Science, Science Citation, Social Science Citation. These are the fields related to the citation. And last is the review. Reviewing the articles. Suppose you are submitting the articles, author is submitting the articles, then it will move to the publishing checks. Publisher will check the articles and decide and transfer to the editor. Editor will evaluate your articles. If it is format issue or it is not a scope issue, then it will transfer to the editor-in-chief, and editor-in-chief will decide that this article will further not continue, and then it is rejected. In the 7th point, it is rejected. But if the publisher check that editorial, publisher is what? It's an editorial team, will check your article and it is suitable to their journal, then they will transfer to the editor-in-chief. Editor-in-chief evaluate your article and assign the reviewer. Reviewer will conduct the review and transfer the decision to the editor-in-chief. Editor-in-chief will decide that whether it is revised or not. If it is revisable, then transfer for revision to you, and you will again follow the process. Then if it is again required, then it is moved to that. After the satisfying the editorial team and editor-in-chief, it is accepted, then it will go to the production house. So this is the phases which are passed by the articles publication process. That's all from my side. Is there any question from all of you? Then you may ask the questions. Yes, please.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. If anyone has any question, you are free to ask.
If anyone has question, then they may ask the questions.
Okay, so I suppose there isn't any questions. So yeah, let me tell you all the participants that this session will be available on our Research Circle YouTube channel. So if you want to watch it again, or if you want to share to your research fellows, you can do that. Also, if anyone has any question, you can just write down in that comment box, or you can just email to Dr. Satya Prakash Yadav, sir. The email ID is on your screen, and also we'll try to put this email ID and the details of Dr. Satya Prakash Yadav, sir, in the description of that YouTube session. So don't forget to visit that YouTube session. So at last, I would like to thank all the participants who were live through Research Circle app, through YouTube Live, and through Facebook Live. And last but not the least, thank you so much, Dr. Satya Prakash Yadav sir, for taking out the time. We really appreciate your time, and this session will be very useful for all the researchers. Again, let me remind all the participants that this will be available on our Research Circle YouTube channel.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Have a good time, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you to all
sir.
of you. Thank you.
So with your permission, I would like to end the session here.
Okay, thank you, sir.